Turtles finding turtles!
Images you are about to see on the large screen will be generated by what's in that bag.
www.BricksinMotion.com www.BricksinMotion.com
Stand up straight! Tuck in that shirt! Adjust that belt buckle! Tie those shoes!
Don't talk to anyone. Don't touch anything. Don't do anything. Don't interact with anyone. And try not to look at anything.
The BiM Brodcast begins.
What a piece of... Hello, welcome to the BiM Broadcast. I am Jonathan, also known as Just Kidden on the forums.
Hey, I'm Tanner, also known as MooCJ on the forums.
This is Aaron, also known as Jargon.
And I'm Sean, known as Brickhead Productions.
Yay!
Or Sean.
Yeah, or Sean, that works.
Today on the broadcast, we'll be talking about the Septemberfest results, our favourite entries, and I'll be getting some plug time.
So, the Septemberfest contest just ended. What do you guys think about the winning entries and entries that didn't win?
Yeah, I think all the entries that were submitted were, well, the quality was really across the board. There were several good ones overall. I think the judging panel as a whole was a little bit disappointed. We did only get something like 23 entries, something like that. So I guess there wasn't really room for heaps and heaps of range in the quality. 29 entries, actually.
But correct me if I'm wrong, this was actually the first month-long contest BIM has done.
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Oh, it is? Oh, wow.
So this is kind of the maiden voyage of Septemberfest.
Alright.
As a contest, not as a celebration of a cult classic.
Well, of course not.
I'm
That
personally
film is
not a fan. I'm not a fan.
No, I agree.
Edit that out. Edit it out.
No.
No.
I'm editing this bad boy, so I can put whatever I want in. I can make this a douchebag.
Well, I'll just go ahead and say I was just a little bit surprised, to be honest, to see Small World taking third place, because I assumed it would be disqualified with the short cartoon clip.
I did think about that at first. To be honest, it was such a small section of it. I was willing to let it slide, and after the other two judges didn't point it out, I felt that decision was justified.
Fair enough. Yeah, I kind of liked Small World. Golden Camera Studios obviously has a lot of room for improvement, but it was interesting to see somebody take the micro figures from the games and animate them, as that's something we haven't really seen.
Yeah, I mean, what I think when it opened straight up and it showed the inside of the dumpster as his home, I just thought that was actually a really creative way, like making all the micro scale furniture and whatnot.
Definitely.
I felt it was a really nice. I wasn't expecting it to get in the top 3 though. I thought it was going to get I knew it was going to get in the top 10, but I didn't think it would get in the top 3.
The Magician's Hat, what'd you guys think?
It was well done for the most part, but it had some flaws here and there. It seemed like it was mostly a copy of Mind Games excuse me if I pronounce this wrong, Avant-Garde entry.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it was just felt like it was copying it for the most part, in my opinion. Because it was just well, not that much. It was just the whole magician thing, I guess.
I don't know if it really is necessarily copying, because I don't really remember Mind Games entry that much. To be honest, it wasn't that memorable in my opinion. But it didn't really focus on... I know. I love Mind Game, but this was not his best work. If I remember correctly, though, his entry didn't really focus on the Magician's Hat. Right. So I don't know if I'd agree with you there. I was kind of surprised because I wasn't familiar with Film Fire 94, I believe his name is.
96, actually, but...
96.
I think this might actually have been his first contest. I'm not totally sure on that one, but he's definitely new on the brick filming scene and kind of making a name for himself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I liked his use of the physical water droplets to represent the rain.
Oh, yeah.
It's something
Yes.
that I think the more that people can integrate practical, physical, special effects into their films like this, I think that's better than most of the crappy CGI people put in their Brick films.
Yeah, I think
Oh, snap.
the only time in a Brick film I've actually seen real water droplets used for rain before was actually in Unrenewable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Emmett Execute did it recently in Piano too.
Yeah. I would have loved to see him use the rain droplets plus the actual, like, rain special effect, like, throughout the whole film. That would probably make it look a little better.
I agree
I think it
with
was
that.
the very opening scene had the overlay but didn't have the water droplets. I was a little bit disappointed that the droplets went through the entire thing. But all in all, I think he did make good use of it.
That opening shot with the cars was really impressive.
So, moving on to the first place and final film that we're discussing tonight, Bakey a Cakey by the ever-increasingly prolific Emma Execute. What'd you guys
Always
think?
impressive.
Yes.
It was really well done, although the ending was a bit confusing. Well, in my opinion, I liked the splatting on the windows with the clay. That was...
Yes, that was one of my favourite things in it, where, although it was kind of evident that when they were in the air, they were added in Microsoft Paint or something, a similar program. The real clay being there at the end really made that effect, in my opinion.
That's true.
Yeah.
One of the things I praised Emma Execute for when we reviewed Piano was her use of set design and props, and I think it's really showed off here as well. Shown off, and she's got a very believable kitchen. I liked the mixer, for example, the refrigerator.
that was really...
It's a well decorated kitchen.
The sets that there is very evident in most of her work, actually, pretty much all of it, I think. It's definitely nice to see a film where a lot of effort has been put into the background of it, where even if something on the film isn't focused on, it's still got lots of detail in it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Which is what good set design's all about, actually. Like, even if you have a window and a tree outside, it's not part of the film, but it's just nice to have it there.
I also just want to say I really love the character design on this, because just the hair and the face and the combination, it's just great. It makes me want to smile, so that's always a plus.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When the kid is giving his mom the cupcake or whatever he made, and the use of the two collectible minifigure heads was really nice. I like the changing from the nurse to the cheerleader head. I thought that was really clever.
Yeah, because they are similar enough to swap around and give different expressions.
Yeah.
Because that is something I enjoy in a Brick film, is when heads are swapped around to give different facial expressions. And I love it even more when the creator actually goes to the effort of getting similar looking heads.
And with the amount of variations on a single head, and especially the double-sided heads, people don't really have an excuse not to do that today. There's so many out there and available. Look at the Atlantis sets.
Yeah, the Power
it's got
Miners
to the stage, I think, where in older Brick films, you might get the odd case of a head swapping happening, and then when it was used regularly, that was like a really special thing. And now it's kind of more commonplace, and to take it to the next step, you kind of need to go in post-production and add in lip syncing and such, like some of Old Scratch's recent work.
I don't know.
The only type of lip syncing I really like is when Old Scratch does it with the really impressive the things he does in After Effects. Those are the only kind I like, and any other kind of mouth animation, it just kind of sets me off. I don't really like it that much. I like just seeing regular minifigures. I don't know why.
I love what Old Scratch does. He does an incredible job, and the amount of work he puts into it is just amazing. But at the same time, call me traditional, but I like just having the actual printed Lego face.
You're traditional.
I
Thanks.
prefer...
Were there any other entries that didn't make it in that you enjoyed?
One that I
didn't
did quite
watch
enjoy, it didn't make it in, but it was Mouth. by LGFB Studios.
Oh yeah, that one was awesome.
I did quite enjoy it, although it felt to me like it was kind of two skits running back to back as opposed to one continual story.
Yeah.
Although I did quite enjoy the animation in it. Yeah, I felt it was actually had a nice cartoonish balance to it as opposed to being overly cartoonish. Which, in my opinion, complemented the music and the old-timey visuals of it.
Fair enough. It's like I said, it's been a little bit of a while since I watched this particular entry, but I seem to remember thinking that the first skit that you were talking about, it was a little bit repetitive, and so I wasn't that amused by it. But it was decent.
One of my other favorites was Mosquito's Fault. It was just really nice, and I liked it.
That's one of the two that I've watched from Septemberfest. It was pretty good.
I actually haven't seen this one, so I'll bow out.
Well, I thought Mosquito's Fault had some really wonderfully creative sets and character design in it. Like, for example, when it does the close-up of the mosquito and you can see all of that.
Oh yeah, that when it bit the minifigure and it left a little red spot, that was really nice. I think it could have done better with pink, but of course he probably doesn't have that because it's pretty hard to find. So I thought the mosquito design was really nice. Yeah.
I thought that
it was definitely a high point of the film.
Yeah, I think that I found it a little bit hard to follow because it switches back to the scenes when they're at college or school or whatever, and then at the end the guy's missing. I had to skip back and rewatch just to know what kind of happened there. So
yeah,
that was my only gripe about it. It was really good.
I will agree that the story did confuse me a bit as well.
One of my other favorites was, what was it? He's Late Again. That one was pretty nice.
Yeah, that actually, I got a kick out of that one.
The ending was quite cheesy, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
So.
It was definitely fun to watch, but I'm not sure I quite get it. I mean, from what I saw, the girl nearly gets hit by a car, and suddenly she's happy that her boyfriend was late. So I'm not sure I quite get it. Maybe that's just me.
Lego minifigures have very resilient emotions. They bounce back like in seconds.
It's true.
It would have been a lot better if I had dialogue though, because I didn't understand until I saw it the second time too. So.
Although with that film I really enjoyed some of the technical aspects, like the lighting, the animation was all quite nice. I quite enjoyed it. Even at the beginning, a memorable part for me was a focus pull from, I think, was a traffic light to the seat as a car went past. It was kind of a nice distraction as the focus pull was made, which I quite appreciated. I didn't quite see the point in the cameos of the Series 2 collectors minifigs.
Yeah, that seemed a little tacked on to me.
I think it would have been better if I had a mime instead of a mariachi dude, because it's like, since there's no dialogue, it can just be a bit more fitting, I guess.
That's true. But yeah, one thing, you can tend to say about the Four Monkeys films is that they do have pretty good technical aspects. And this film was just another proof of that.
Yes. So I was a little bit disappointed in Heysham. Not because of the film. I actually quite enjoyed the film. But it had to disqualify it for a couple of reasons. One is that it was released before the allowed date, and two is that both Smiggle and Mind Game picked up on copyrighted music being used in it.
Oh.
So I was quite disappointed that we had to disqualify that one.
Why did Train Spotting get such a high place? I thought it was kind of...
You just went all robot there.
I think that... I was why did Train Spotting get